He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a focused energy and natural screen presence that made him stand out long before leading roles found him. Atakan Hoşgören didn't simply enter Turkish television. He built momentum step by step, turning early discipline and athletic dedication into one of the most promising young acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Atakan Hoşgören was born on May 5, 1999, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras and scripts became part of his world, he was deeply involved in sports, particularly basketball. Years of structured training shaped his competitive mindset, time management, and resilience, qualities that would later define his professional approach to acting. Unlike many who grow up aiming for the spotlight, his path unfolded gradually, guided by discipline rather than instant visibility. His acting career began with supporting roles in youth-oriented television projects, where his calm delivery and relatable presence quickly caught attention. He appeared in series such as 4N 1K Ilk Ask, introducing him to a younger audience and establishing him as a rising face in teen drama storytelling. The true turning point in his career came with his lead role as Ozan in Kardeşlerim. The series became a major rating success and expanded internationally, significantly elevating his profile. Through Ozan, Atakan portrayed emotional growth, loyalty, inner conflict, and vulnerability, earning recognition for bringing subtle depth to a character navigating hardship and responsibility. The role proved he could handle layered storytelling rather than surface-level youth charm. Rather than remaining limited to one character type, Atakan has shown clear intention in expanding his craft. He gravitates toward emotionally grounded roles that allow internal conflict to unfold naturally, reflecting a long-term strategy rather than chasing short-lived trends. His performances suggest patience, controlled energy, and a willingness to evolve with each project. Off-screen, Atakan maintains a relatively low profile. His lifestyle reflects structure and physical discipline, shaped by his athletic background. Fitness remains an important part of his routine, not only for appearance, but for mental clarity and balance. He avoids excessive public exposure, keeping attention centered on his work rather than personal headlines. In terms of public image, he represents a modern blend of approachability and composure. Fashion-wise, he favors clean, understated looks that align with his calm persona. Brand collaborations and media appearances have grown steadily, mirroring his rise in television popularity without overwhelming his presence. By 2026, Atakan Hoşgören is regarded as one of the most promising young male leads in Turkish television. Producers value his reliability, audiences connect with his sincerity, and industry observers note his consistent improvement from project to project. His estimated net worth reflects earnings from television roles, brand partnerships, and growing international exposure through global distribution platforms. What distinguishes him most is controlled progression. Rather than chasing instant superstardom, he appears focused on building credibility. Each role feels like a calculated step forward, reinforcing depth over hype and longevity over momentary visibility. As of 2026, Atakan Hoşgören stands as a symbol of steady rise in modern Turkish entertainment, disciplined, evolving, and quietly powerful in his presence. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about her, a mix of sensitivity, strength, and screen presence that naturally draws attention. İlayda Alişan didn't rush into the spotlight. She stepped into it with purpose, gradually shaping one of the most promising acting journeys of her generation in Turkish television. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. İlayda Alişan was born on February 26, 1996, in Istanbul, Turkey. From an early age, she showed a strong curiosity for storytelling and performance. Unlike overnight sensations, her path was built through steady effort, auditions, and smaller roles that taught her patience and emotional control long before major recognition arrived. Her acting career began with minor appearances in television projects, but her first noticeable breakthrough came with roles in series like Kjökur and Sampion, where she proved she could hold her ground alongside experienced casts. These performances revealed her ability to convey vulnerability and inner conflict with subtlety, a quality that quickly set her apart. The defining turning point in her career arrived with Masumiyet, where her portrayal of Ella Yüksel left a deep impact on audiences. The role demanded emotional intensity, psychological depth, and resilience, and İlayda delivered with a maturity far beyond her years. The performance earned critical praise and firmly established her as a serious dramatic actress. Rather than staying confined to one tone, İlayda continued expanding her range. She reached wider audiences with Seversin, embracing romantic comedy while maintaining emotional realism. Later, her role in Ateş Kuşları showcased a darker, more grounded performance, reflecting her willingness to take on socially driven and emotionally demanding narratives. İlayda's career choices reveal a clear strategy. She prioritizes character depth over trend chasing, selecting scripts that challenge her emotionally instead of repeating safe formulas. This balance between mainstream visibility and meaningful storytelling has allowed her career to evolve steadily rather than burn quickly. Off-screen, her public image remains composed and authentic. She avoids excessive exposure, choosing to let her work speak louder than headlines. Her presence at brand campaigns and fashion events reflects elegance rather than extravagance, aligning with her calm and focused personality. Her lifestyle mirrors this discipline. İlayda values balance, personal growth, and mental clarity. She maintains a low profile, invests time in self-development, and approaches her career with long-term vision rather than short-lived attention. With a growing international audience through digital platforms and streaming services, her influence continues to expand beyond Turkish television. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent work in television, advertising collaborations, and brand partnerships, built gradually through credibility and trust. What truly distinguishes İlayda Alişan is her emotional intelligence on screen. She brings restraint, realism, and depth to her characters, allowing audiences to connect without exaggeration. This grounded approach has become her signature and a key reason for her rising respect within the industry. As of 2026, İlayda Alişan stands as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation, not defined by hype, but by growth, discipline, and artistic intention. Her journey reflects patience over speed and substance over spectacle. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.